What do you think is the reason why a person is strangely absent from his best friend's funeral? Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy are two names that seem inseparable in the early classic Hollywood period of American cinema, when together they created an extremely special and famous pantomime era around the world with many funny comedies. However, at the moment Oliver Hardy's life was taken away, Stan Laurel was strangely absent, making fans confused. Some rumors said that the duo had previously had unresolved conflicts, while others said that because Stan was so heartbroken, he did not dare to face this loss directly. So what is the truth? Let's watch this video to get the answer. Laurel and Hardy, renowned for their iconic status in the realm of comedy, embarked on their journey as a comedic duo during a pivotal time in their long and distinguished careers. Before joining forces, both Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy had established themselves in the entertainment industry independently. Their paths crossed serendipitously, leading to one of the most cherished partnerships in film history. Stan Laurel, born Arthur Stanley Jefferson in 1890 in Lancashire, England, began his career in British music halls before moving to the United States. He made his way into the film industry, initially working under the tutelage of Charlie Chaplin. His early work included writing and acting in silent films, where he honed his comedic skills. Oliver Hardy, born Laurel Hardy, in 1892 in Georgia, USA, had a similar trajectory but in American vaudeville and film. He worked his way up through numerous silent short films, often cast as the heavy or villain due to his physical stature. Their paths converged at the Hal Roach Studios in the mid-1920s. This studio, which specialized in comedy, played a crucial role in the early careers of many comedy legends. It was at Roach Studios where Laurel and Hardy's potential as a duo began to crystallize. Although they appeared together for the first time in the silent film The Lucky Dog in 1921, they were not yet an official team. It was under the Hal Roach Studios that their chemistry and unique style of comedy were nurtured. Laurel's thin, bewildered character perfectly complemented Hardy's pompous, overweight persona. Their slapstick humor, punctuated by their famous catchphrase, "Well, here's another nice mess you've gotten me into," became a hallmark of their films. The formation of the iconic comedic duo Laurel and Hardy is credited to the visionary director Leo McCarey. He recognized the potential in pairing Stan Laurel, a thin, British, and somewhat naive actor, with the rotund, American, and somewhat pompous Oliver Hardy. This unique combination of personalities and physical appearances created a dynamic that would become legendary in the history of comedy. Their first official film as a comedic pair was Putting Pants on Philip in 1927. This short, silent film was pivotal in establishing the comedic dynamics that Laurel and Hardy would explore and perfect throughout their career. In this film, audiences were introduced to the contrasting characters and the chemistry between the two comedians. Laurel's bumbling antics complemented Hardy's exasperated reactions, creating a formula that would entertain audiences for years to come. From 1927 to 1929, during the silent film era, Laurel and Hardy created a series of comedies that solidified their personas and comedic style. These films were crucial in establishing the duo's signature comedic elements, including their physical comedy, facial expressions, and perfectly timed interactions. Among their notable silent films was Do Detectives Think?, which played on the idea of the inept detective duo, further showcasing their ability to turn simple scenarios into comedic masterpieces. Another significant film from this era was The Battle of the Century, which became famous for its epic pie fight scene. This film, in particular, demonstrated their knack for slapstick comedy and has since become a landmark moment in the history of comedic cinema. Big Business was another standout silent film. In this movie, Laurel and Hardy play door-to-door Christmas tree salesmen, leading to a series of hilarious and destructive encounters. This film is often lauded for its comedic escalation and is considered a classic example of their work. The late 1920s were a transformative period in the film industry, marking the transition from silent cinema to sound films, also known as talkies. This shift posed a significant challenge for many silent film stars, who found it difficult to adapt to the new format that required not just visual, but also vocal performance skills. However, Laurel and Hardy, unlike many of their contemporaries, transitioned smoothly into this new era, showcasing their versatility and talent in adapting to the changing landscape of cinema. Their first sound film, Unaccustomed as We Are, in 1929, was a landmark in their career, demonstrating their aptitude for verbal comedy. This film was a revelation for audiences who were accustomed to seeing the duo in silent films. The transition to sound allowed Laurel and Hardy to explore new dimensions of their comedic personas, incorporating their unique vocal expressions and timing into their already well-established physical comedy. Following the success of Unaccustomed as We Are, Laurel and Hardy released other significant sound films like The Laurel Hardy Murder Case and Another Fine Mess. These films further cemented their reputation in the talkie era, proving that their comedic style was not only resilient, but also adaptable to the evolving demands of filmmaking. Their ability to blend verbal wit with their established physical comedy created a new and even more engaging experience for their audiences. During these early years, the duo honed their now iconic personas. Stan Laurel played the role of a childlike, well-meaning, yet bumbling fool whose innocence and naivety often led to humorous situations. Oliver Hardy, on the other hand, portrayed the overconfident, often frustrated, straight man whose plans were frequently foiled by Laurel's blunders. Their dynamic was a perfect blend of contrast and harmony, creating a comedic chemistry that was both endearing and hilarious. Their famous line, "Well, here's another nice mess you've gotten me into," became one of the most memorable catchphrases in film history. It encapsulated the essence of their on-screen relationship, where Hardy's exasperation with Laurel's antics was met with a mix of innocence and obliviousness from Laurel. Even in these early years, it was evident that Laurel and Hardy's comedy had universal appeal. Their films began to gain international attention, leading to global stardom in the subsequent decades. They resonated with audiences across different cultures and languages, a testament to the universal language of humor and the duo's ability to connect with people from all walks of life. Laurel and Hardy have etched a lasting legacy in the history of cinema. Their careers, spanning several decades, are celebrated for their significant contributions to both silent films and sound films, popularly known as talkies. In the silent film era, Laurel and Hardy were particularly known for their unique blend of slapstick and situational comedy. Their 1929 silent film, Big Business, is a prime example of their comedic genius. This film is especially famous for its iconic pie fight scene, which has since become a classic moment in film history. The chaos and escalating humor in this scene perfectly encapsulate the duo's ability to turn simple scenarios into memorable comedies. Another silent era classic, Liberty, from 1929, showcases Laurel and Hardy's talent for physical comedy and timing. The film is set on a skyscraper construction site where the duo finds themselves in a precarious and hilarious situation. The comedic tension is amplified by their high-rise antics as they try to escape the dizzying heights of the construction site. This film is a testament to their ability to create humor out of seemingly dangerous and stressful situations. The transition to talkies marked a significant milestone in Laurel and Hardy's career. Their first sound film, Unaccustomed as We Are, from 1929, demonstrated their ability to adapt and evolve with the changing landscape of cinema. The introduction of sound allowed them to explore new dimensions of comedy, incorporating dialogues and sound effects to enhance their humor. This transition was seamless for the duo, as they were able to maintain and even refine their comedic style, proving their versatility and timeless appeal. Throughout their careers, Laurel and Hardy's films were characterized by a unique blend of slapstick, witty dialogue, and endearing character interactions. Their work has had a lasting impact on the comedy genre, influencing countless comedians and filmmakers who followed. Their legacy is a testament to their talent and their ability to bring laughter to audiences across different eras of film history. Laurel and Hardy's foray into blending comedy with other genres and their knack for memorable feature-length films further solidified their status as iconic figures in cinematic history. The Laurel Hardy murder case, 1930, is a notable example of their versatility. In this film, Laurel and Hardy adeptly combined comedy with elements of mystery, creating a unique and entertaining experience for the audience. This film stands out as it deviates from its usual slapstick humor, demonstrating its ability to adapt its comedic style to different genres. Another Fine Mess, 1930, on the other hand, is a testament to their skill in comedic dialogue and the use of catchphrases. This movie is particularly famous for its use of the catchphrase, "Another fine mess," which has since become synonymous with the duo. The film showcases their talent for witty and humorous exchanges, proving that their comedy transcended physical humor and was equally effective in their dialogues. Their venture into feature-length films saw significant success, starting with Pardon Us, 1931. As their first full-length feature, this film portrays the duo inadvertently ending up in prison. The movie combines its classic humor with a longer narrative format, allowing for more developed comedic situations and character interactions. Sons of the Desert, 1933, is often hailed as one of their finest works. The plot revolves around the duo's attempts to deceive their wives in order to attend a lodge convention. This film is particularly celebrated for its blend of slapstick, situational comedy, and the dynamic between the lead characters, which resonates with audiences for its relatable humor and clever storytelling. Way Out West, 1937, is memorable not only for its comedic plot, involving the duo delivering the deed to a gold mine, but also for its iconic dance scene to the song At the Ball, That's All. This scene showcases their ability to incorporate physical comedy into a musical setting, creating a memorable cinematic moment. Lastly, Blockheads, 1938, is a continuation of their soldier personas from the earlier film Pack Up Your Troubles, 1932. This movie reflects their ability to revisit and expand upon earlier themes, creating a sense of continuity in their work while introducing fresh comedic elements. The Flying Deuces, 1939, marks a significant entry in Laurel and Hardy's filmography, where the comedic duo joins the French Foreign Legion. This film is notable for its departure from its typical setting, introducing an exotic and adventurous backdrop to its comedy. The premise of their enlisting in the French Foreign Legion provides a plethora of comedic situations, allowing them to explore humor in a different context. Their interactions with other legionnaires and the challenges they face in this new environment add layers to their comedy, showcasing their ability to adapt their humor to various settings. In the 1940s and 1950s, Laurel and Hardy's career took a remarkable turn as they embarked on theatrical tours across the UK and other parts of Europe. These tours were incredibly successful and offered the duo an opportunity to connect with live audiences. Performing live showcased a different aspect of their talent, demonstrating their ability to engage and entertain in real time, a testament to their dynamic as performers and their timeless appeal. These tours were significant as they helped cement their international popularity and showcased their versatility as entertainers beyond the silver screen. By the late 1930s, Laurel and Hardy had left Hal Roach Studios, which had been a pivotal part of their success. Hal Roach Studios was instrumental in developing and promoting their films during the peak of their careers. The studio's innovative approach to comedy and its commitment to the duo's unique style played a crucial role in establishing them as leading figures in comedic cinema. After their departure from Hal Roach Studios, Laurel and Hardy worked with various other studios. This period of their career is often viewed with mixed opinions. Some fans and critics believe that their best work was produced while at Hal Roach Studios, citing the studio's understanding of their comedy and the creative freedom they were given. However, their later films still maintained elements of their classic humor and charm, even if they didn't always reach the same iconic status as their earlier works. Atoll K, 1951. Known as the final film of the legendary comedy duo Laurel and Hardy, stands out in their filmography, albeit for challenging reasons. This production was fraught with various issues, one of the most significant being Stan Laurel's health problems. These difficulties impacted the film's production quality and the performances of the duo, marking a departure from their typically seamless and well-received productions. Despite these challenges, Atoll K remains a notable part of their career, representing the end of an era for Laurel and Hardy. Beyond their films, Laurel and Hardy's legacy has been cemented through numerous accolades and recognitions. In 1961, they were honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a testament to their significant impact on the entertainment industry and their enduring popularity. This star serves as a physical reminder of their contributions and a place where fans can pay tribute to the beloved duo. In the same year, 1961, their contribution to motion pictures was further recognized with an honorary Oscar, awarded specifically to Stan Laurel. This prestigious accolade highlighted their innovation in film comedy and their influence on the genre. The decision to award Stan Laurel, in particular, acknowledged his role in the duo, often as the creative force behind their comedy. The legacy of Laurel and Hardy extends beyond their achievements and accolades. Their enduring friendship, both on and off the screen, played a crucial role in their success and appeal. This genuine connection translated into their performances, making their comedy more relatable and endearing to audiences. Their ability to make audiences laugh during the difficult years of the Great Depression was particularly significant. During a time of economic hardship and social unrest, their films offered a much-needed escape and a source of joy for many. After the release of Atoll K in 1951, which marked the last film collaboration between Laurel and Hardy, the iconic duo did not pursue any further movie projects. Although they had plans for future projects, none materialized. This period marked a significant shift in their careers, moving away from the silver screen that had brought them immense fame and success. Oliver Hardy, in particular, made no further appearances in film or television following Atoll K. This was a notable change for Hardy, who had been a prolific performer in the duo's heyday. The pair had previously enjoyed significant success with their theater tours in the UK and other parts of Europe. These tours showcased their ability to captivate live audiences and adapt their comedic style to the stage. However, in the 1950s, as they advanced in age and faced health concerns, their touring activities significantly decreased. Hardy's health issues, particularly related to his weight, were a long-standing concern. Throughout his life, his weight fluctuated, and being overweight contributed to various health challenges. This aspect of his health was not just a personal concern, but also became a part of his public persona, as his stout figure was one of his distinguishing features. In 1954, Hardy suffered a significant stroke, marking a turning point in both his health and career. The stroke severely affected his mobility and speech, making it nearly impossible for him to make public appearances or engage in further work. This was a devastating development for Hardy, as it curtailed his ability to perform, which had been a central part of his life and identity. Following the stroke, Hardy's health continued to deteriorate. He experienced a dramatic weight loss, which was particularly alarming to those who had known him for his large physique. This change in appearance was a stark indicator of his declining health. Tragically, Oliver Hardy's health declined rapidly after his initial strokes. In August 1957, he suffered 2 massive strokes in quick succession. These strokes further compounded his health issues and ultimately led to his passing. Oliver Hardy died on August 7, 1957, at the age of 65. His death marked the end of an era in the world of comedy and entertainment. Fans worldwide mourned the loss of one half of the iconic comedic duo. Oliver Hardy's passing was not just the loss of a beloved entertainer, but also the end of the unique and cherished partnership of Laurel and Hardy. The absence of Stan Laurel at Oliver Hardy's funeral in 1957 was a subject of much speculation and curiosity among fans, leading to various assumptions about the nature of their relationship. However, the reasons behind Laurel's absence were deeply emotional and reflected the profound bond he shared with Hardy, rather than any form of estrangement or animosity. Stan Laurel's decision not to attend the funeral stemmed from his intense grief and distress over the loss of his close friend and longtime comedy partner. The impact of Hardy's death on Laurel was profound. It affected him so deeply that he fell ill, rendering him physically unable to attend the funeral. This physical manifestation of grief is not uncommon in situations of intense emotional stress, especially following the loss of someone with whom one has shared a significant part of their life. The relationship between Laurel and Hardy was much more than a professional partnership. Over the years, they had developed a close friendship that went beyond their roles as co-stars. Their collaboration on screen was underpinned by a genuine camaraderie and mutual respect off-screen, making Hardy's death particularly devastating for Laurel. Stan Laurel's emotional state following Hardy's passing was indicative of the strength of their bond. The overwhelming sorrow and sense of loss he experienced were so intense that he felt he could not bear the emotional weight of attending the funeral. This reaction is a poignant reminder of the human aspect of grief and loss, highlighting how deeply personal and incapacitating these experiences can be. Stan Laurel's decision not to attend Oliver Hardy's funeral was influenced not only by his deep grief, but also by his awareness of the media's tendency to create sensational stories. He was cognizant of the fact that his presence at the funeral might attract undue media attention, potentially overshadowing the true purpose of the occasion: to commemorate and celebrate the life of Oliver Hardy. Laurel's choice to stay away was a conscious effort to maintain the solemnity and focus of the event on Hardy, rather than on himself. Laurel's understanding of the media's dynamics and his desire to avoid becoming the center of attention at such a solemn event demonstrate a level of thoughtfulness and respect for Hardy and the solemnity of the occasion. This decision reflects his sensitivity to the potential impact of his actions on the memory and legacy of his late friend. Stan Laurel was quoted as saying, "Babe," Oliver's nickname, "would understand." This statement implies that Hardy, knowing the depth of their friendship and the pain his passing would cause Laurel, would have respected and understood his decision not to attend. It speaks volumes about their mutual understanding and the strength of their bond, suggesting that Hardy would have empathized with Laurel's emotional state and supported his choice. The grief Stan Laurel experienced following Oliver Hardy's death was profound and deeply personal. His decision not to perform again after Hardy's passing was a testament to the impact Hardy had on his life and career. The promise to retire from performing was not only a reflection of his grief, but also an indication of how integral Hardy was to Laurel's identity as a performer. Their partnership was not merely professional, it was a defining aspect of Laurel's life and career. Laurel's letter released to the public shortly after Hardy's death further underscores the depth of his sorrow. His words, "I feel lost without him after 30-odd years of close friendship and happy association," poignantly express the void left by Hardy's absence. This letter was a way for Laurel to publicly articulate his feelings and share the magnitude of his loss with their fans. What do you think about Stan Laurel's absence at Oliver Hardy's funeral? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.